break out of the ordinary today on Walking the Candy Aisle. Hey everyone, I'm Jeff, and today I have another review for you of a classic, I guess. I think this is a classic, fair to say. Yeah, it's the Butterfinger. Nestle's crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Butterfinger, in fact. Butterfinger, invented in 1923 by the Citrus Candy Company of Chicago, Illinois. Named Butterfinger. Obviously, it was a contest actually to name this thing. And Butterfinger. Kids today, I don't think maybe wouldn't know this, but Butterfinger is a sort of a slang form for people clumsy or a little inept, particularly in sports sort of references. I don't think that's a term that's like a slang term that's used very much anymore. But you might say like, oh, that guy's a Butterfinger when he just fumbled the ball in a football game, that sort of thing. So a little derogatory, but it's kind of a strange sort of a name for a chocolate bar. Even though chocolate bars are often called fingers, especially in the manufacturing process. But I guess it does fit because it is a finger of chocolate and it is buttery. It's got this like buttery sort of quality to the bar itself. So I guess it works. Anyway, it was a contest in 1923. They named it the Citrus Candy Company, and then it was popular pretty quickly, from what I understand. In the 30s, they as a tie-in promotion that they had with Butterfinger and Baby Ruth bars with this Shirley Temple movie. I can't remember the name of it. They actually parachuted Butterfingers and Baby Ruth bars from airplanes over major cities across the United States. So that kind of got them really well known for that publicity stunt. Was people appreciated that because it's free candy from the sky. Who doesn't want that? I don't know what that Shirley Temple movie was, but I wonder if it had anything to do with candy. Anyway, so Butterfinger today, it's out of the ordinary. Is that what it is? Is that what that tagline is? I don't know. I don't really remember. Butterfinger is pretty famous. Good food, good life. That's right. Thank you, Nestle. It's kind of funny because the marketing on Butterfinger has been so well known up through the 90s. They very sort of famously had a campaign with The Simpsons, very long-running campaign. And Bart would be eating a Butterfinger, and then Lisa would try and steal it, some shenanigans, and he would get it away from her, and then he would say, "Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger," then have a bite. When it was long enough that they used multiple taglines throughout the campaign of The Simpsons promoting Butterfinger, and multiple SKUs of Butterfinger too, because Butterfinger has come in different varieties. But this is the core bar. There have been like Butterfinger Crisp and Butterfinger BBs, which are kind of like those ball confections that are so popular nowadays. But this is just the core bar. It is kind of like in the same way that the Hershey Fifth Avenue bar or the Cadbury's Crispy Crunch bar you might know in Canada. It's like a flake bar. Well, it's kind of falling apart here. I'm just gonna pull out this part so you can get a good look at it. It's like the center is like compressed flakes of I don't know what it is exactly, but it's peanut butter flavored on the Butterfinger, and it's very creamy and buttery, and it smells like chocolate and peanut butter in a different way than like a Reese's smells like chocolate and peanut butter. This has its own unique flavor, and it's got a crispness, and it really does have a buttery quality to it. Which makes it pretty unique in the candy world. I would say of those three bars I just listed, the Fifth Avenue, the Butterfinger, and the Crispy Crunch, I think Butterfinger is clearly the sort of market dominator in this sort of space. Just before I get into it, I gotta say, despite the name being a little awkward, which I guess is intentional, the packaging is pretty iconic and really jumps out at you from the shelf. Just with that bright blue and yellow, it looks great. So let's have a bite of it. Man, I forgot how crisp that is. Did you see that? Did you see that break there? Here. It's hard not to get a little chocolatey, but You can almost kind of see the lines here. It really is, it's like they must have made it just layer, 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 layer. Press it all down, coat it in compound milk chocolate here. Or whatever, not real chocolate, you know what I mean. It's a candy bar, right, people? It's not a chocolate bar, quote unquote. But this is such a great design, and I always love this on, excuse me, on the Crispy Crunches, especially growing up here in Canada, as I did. Because these weren't really, Butterfingers really weren't very available. Even today, they're not really super available in Canada. But I think everyone's had them. It's strange because some of the other SKUs, like you might see Butterfinger ice cream more likely than you'd see straight Butterfinger chocolate bars in Canada. But, you know, that's our loss, I suppose. Just Nestle not doing a great job, you know, giving us what we want. Or maybe they are giving us what we want. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't sell. But I got to think it would because I think it's a pretty great bar. I love the crunch to these kind of bars. The only thing I don't like is that this center here always does get stuck in your teeth. It crushes down kind of in the way that, like, I don't know how to explain it, like a jelly bean might. No, that's not it. Maybe it's like more like, it's one of those things where when it crushes down, it doesn't just crush down and dissolve. It crushes down and like compacts into a small little, like it's a smaller area, but it's really like a hard little bit. Like sometimes cotton candy can do that. You know what I mean? Like the sugars just get compressed, and while most of a cotton candy bite will dissolve, there can be just like a little bit of like hard, just compressed, compacted sugar, pure sugar. That's what I feel like you get with these kind of bars on pretty much every bite. And that little runner of that little splinter of compressed, compacted, you know, whatever this flaky nougat stuff in the middle is, that's always gets stuck in your teeth. So that's my one gripe with these. I know the chocolate's not the super highest quality, and I know that this isn't real peanut butter. I mean, this isn't a Reese's, you know, where you're trying to feel like you're getting real peanut butter. Although Reese's, I'm sure, is not real peanut butter anyway. But that's not what this experience is about, right? Eating a Butterfinger is more about that kind of crisp flakiness mixed with the smooth, melty kind of chocolate. And you get it, man. I mean, really. It's really good. I think overall, it's a really great bar. It's got a lot of personality to it, and it's got such a creaminess and peanut buttery sort of flavor that I love it. I'm a big peanut butter fan, and Butterfinger is one of the best, and it's certainly in a category on its own, right? Like, I mean, it stands on a level on its own, I suppose, is more the way to say that. Because I think it's really the best of these kind of flake hard bars. This is one definitely, if maybe you live overseas or something, or you haven't tried this and you do like peanut butter, I think this is one that you really have to try. So my recommendation is try it, definitely. Walking the Candy Aisle is going to rate the Butterfinger. I rate a very high 4 out of 5. Not quite a 5, just because of that stuck in your teeth bit, but very high 4. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, please click the links you see on the screen, and thanks so much.